Good evening, everyone. We're Team Check Protect, and our client was AIME Mentoring, and our Alan's mentor was Nancy. But first, let's meet the team. My name's Alex, and I'm the project manager. We've got Mariana, the quality assurance specialist, Hope, the app developer, Daron, the user X architect, and Celine, the customer liaison manager. So what is a Working with Children's check? Working with Children's check is a requirement for anyone in paid or volunteer child-related work in Australia. Employers and organisations must verify the Working with Children's check details of anyone they engage in child-related work. There are more than 1.3 million people in New South Wales currently with a Working with Children's check. So what's the problem? Well, the process can be very difficult to navigate given the legal requirements for these checks can vary by jurisdiction. The cross-jurisdictional complexity can leave questions as to whether someone can work with a child online or in person or in another jurisdiction. This can lead to well-meaning workers and volunteers accidentally not complying with the law at best or putting child safety at risk at worst. There is also a lack of knowledge of the cost of the check, as well as an excess in time wasted navigating the process, which can create duplication and inconsistency. This is why we named the app Check Protect, to check out how to get a check or to check if that check can be used in a different state and to protect all involved.
Client AIME seeks to close the educational and employment gap between Indigenous and non-Indigenous youths through the provision of nationwide mentoring programs that enables the formation of meaningful connections. To achieve this, employees and volunteer mentors are often required to travel intra and interstate to deliver mentoring programs. Currently, AIME's two-person legal team is laboriously providing their employees and mentors with information about the requisite check requirements on a case-by-case basis. To resolve this issue, a key objective of our app is to provide tailored information to the user to help them comply with the legislative requirements for working with children in both their own state or territory and in other states and territories. Ideally, we also wanted to assist users in ascertaining the relevant check requirements where they will only be working with children online. However, the law remains unclear and ambiguous in this area. And considering that AIME predominantly delivers these sessions in person, we refined the scope of our app to not directly provide information surrounding online mentoring to ensure that information accuracy and application trustworthiness are upheld. An additional objective of Check Protect is to alleviate administrative and record-keeping hassles for AIME. To address this, our app provides a centralised system for users to upload their Working with Children checks to AIME. Although we considered having the app send automated emails to alert the user when their check is soon approaching its expiry date, the timeframe of the challenge prompted us to narrow the scope of our app and omit this function. Now we will meet Kira, a new mentor at AIME.
Kira is informed that she must hold a valid Working with Children check, and she visits the Check Protect portal to learn more about this process. She notes that these checks are a requirement and that they are called different things in different states and territories. She then selects to learn how to apply for a check in my state or territory of residence. She's taken to the portal's disclaimer page, where she notes that the portal does not provide legal advice and that requests personal information in line with AIME's privacy policy, which she accesses through the expandable box. Once she is comfortable, she acknowledges and accepts the terms above. She then inputs that she is from New South Wales, and after noting the guidance, she inputs that she is a volunteer. A customised report is then generated for Kira, which highlights some of the key features of the check process, including a link of where to apply for her check, and as a volunteer, she was unlikely to have to pay a fee. She also notes that once she has received her check, she should revisit this portal to submit a copy to AIME. A month or so passes, Kira has obtained her check, and she revisits the Check Protect portal, this time selecting to submit a copy of my check to AIME. Again, she's taken to the portal's disclaimer page, where she acknowledges and accepts its terms. She's then prompted to fill out her basic information and choose her file for upload. Once she selects to submit to AIME, an email is generated to AIME, copying Kira in, confirming and showing the check. Kira has now been volunteering with AIME for 6 months, and she would like to attend an AIME program day in Queensland. Here, she needs to know whether her New South Wales check will allow her to work with children in Queensland as part of the program day. So, she revisits the Check Protect portal and selects Check to see if my Working with Children check allows me to work in other states and territories. Again, she's taken to the portal's disclaimer page, where she accepts its terms. Kira inputs that she has a check in New South Wales, and then that she would like to temporarily work in Queensland. Kira is then prompted to fill in her email address. She's then taken to her report, and please note that this report has automatically also been sent to AIME and to Kira. The report itself confirms her jurisdictional inputs. It provides guidance that she may be allowed to work in Queensland for no more than 7 days within the same calendar year, and it tells Kira that she must wait for confirmation with AIME before proceeding to attend the program day. She is aware that a copy of the report has been sent to AIME, and that a staff member will be in touch with her within 5 business days.
The design aspect of Check Protect portal is influenced by the thematic styles used within the AIME website. Our portal incorporates AIME's signature purple gradient background, as well as the AIME logo to illustrate to our users a comfortable transition from the Check Protect portal to the AIME website. We have also provided our own unique design through the use of dark and lighter blues, which are evident in our Check Protect logo. By blending together the themes of both sites, it distinguishes to the user that the Check Protect portal will provide them guidance regarding working with Children's Check. This way, our portal can act as a guiding vessel to AIME's site if users seek professional help. Accessibility was another important factor that Check Protect considered when developing the user experience. The first function we introduced was Google Translate, which sits on the right-hand side of the home page. This way, the user is able to quickly pick the desired language before continuing on with the site. This incorporation of translation options allows Check Protect to expand our target audience to non-English speakers and to eliminate the miscommunication created. The second feature we added was additional hint text bubble throughout the portal. This text was utilized to provide information regarding any questions that may require further clarification. In Hope's demonstration, this was evident through defining various synonyms of working with children checks on the homepage, providing guidance about what an paid employee is, hyperlinks leading to social media, and keeping up to date with legislative or technical changes through emails.
We're happy to announce that after completing testing, our app has been finalised and is ready for use. It will be embedded within AIME's intranet, which houses their onboarding process through the use of a separate URL. Our strategy for the application was to deliver an app with significant time-saving capabilities. This will enable AIME's legal team to really refocus their energy away from the complex legalese and technicality towards what matters most, which is the impactful work that they do in our communities. We really wanted to ensure that we could reduce the number of inquiries that they would receive and effectively triage the process for them, leaving only the most complex questions to be answered by them. That way they can commit their energy to focusing on inspiring the next generation of youth by forging these meaningful connections. In the testing stage, many people were surprised that there isn't legislation at the Commonwealth level which deals with working with children checks to ensure children's protection. This really validated the need for our app, which addresses the complex cross-jurisdictional legislation in an easy and user-friendly way. Last year, AIME onboarded 1,600 mentors. By removing the technicality from the Working with Children Check process, our app allows the mentor pool to really flourish, providing AIME with the freedom to continue.
Given the technical and legislative complexities inherent within our application's architecture, we have also published a comprehensive handover manual which provides AIME with information and instructions relating to the maintenance and usage of the application. As shown on the slide, these include advice on steps to take if there are legislative amendments to check requirements, information on the manual processes required to make changes to the app and their corresponding risks, recommended testing protocols, and summarised tables of key contact details, definitions, and terms to provide future managers of the app with the information necessary to keep the app relevant and ensure that it can continue to be used.
When designing the app, the utility for any organisation that worked in an industry working with children was obvious, especially if that organisation works in multiple states. With some simple changes, this app could be used for any organisation that wanted to save time on compliance, improve safety, and have a one-stop shop for their working with children's checks. Thank you, and we look forward to answering any questions that you might have.